So that shiny new game just came out, Soulslinger, Envoy of Death, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Let's take a look at the game for some first impressions. When you press play, you get a little scene. I'll skip over that scene, but I'll tell you the relevant information. The main character's name is Soulslinger, well, a title, I guess. He's in Limbo, a world made from memories of the dead. He's dead and doesn't remember his past life, but he remembers memories every now and then. He had a wife or a girlfriend who died, and he remembers her face, and says that he'll do whatever it takes to see her again. So to start off, you walk through a portal and shoot a few enemies. You can dash whichever direction that you choose, but there's no running or crouching. You have melee, but it's pretty weak. This game is a bunch of tiny maps connected via portals, so you clear one area, go to another area, clear that, and so on and so forth. It can be a little repetitive, and perhaps the levels are a little small, but the gameplay is pretty enjoyable. After clearing an area, you can usually pick up a reward that grants you one of 3 abilities. Those abilities are a bit randomized. You have a skill and stat page that you can look at as well, but you can't interact with anything in there. There's sometimes a portal to an emporium, and the emporium is just a small area with a dead pirate skeleton selling random upgrades that you can purchase. The more areas that you go to, the harder the enemies become. I actually did not get that far. I'm unsure how many different enemy types that there are, but for the levels I played, I saw about 5, maybe 6 different ones, plus 2 unique bosses. After I died the first time, I spawned in Haven, and Death greeted me. I handed him souls. Also, he said that the cartel grows bolder, so the people I'm fighting must be them, I guess. The cartel. Right after that, you meet and talk to Lady Valerie. She seems to be someone like you, dead and fighting on behalf of Death, an envoy of death. Here in Haven, you have the Well of Tears, which are permanent upgrades that you can keep even if you die. The abilities and things that you unlock while going through portals are all lost when you die, but the Well of Tears upgrades are permanent. Also in Haven is the workshop. There's also the double-barreled weapon, which is basically a shotgun. There's a few other helpful things here as well. After that, I went through the portal and back out into Limbo. After clearing a level now, I have multiple portal options to choose from. Each portal has a symbol on it, and those symbols tells you which rewards that you'll get for completing that level. That's basically all you need to know, really. I went through more levels, I killed 2 bosses, but then I ended up dying in the level right after, so I'm unsure what happens when I reach the end. I've played a lot of games like this where you have a central area for upgrades and go out and fight different levels, though this game in particular is of better quality than most I've played. This game is good. It's fun. There's a nice little upgrade and ability section that you can go through, and the overall combat and gunplay is pretty enjoyable. The maps are pretty small and limited, and there's not a whole lot of enemies each level, but it's a pretty fun game overall. Though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.